Well, welcome. How's everybody? A rose is still a rose. I'm gonna just wait for a few more minutes to come in. Guys, could you like, comment, share, and subscribe? I would appreciate it. Let me take and put this paper up here. I didn't hear those vitamins today. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for a few more people. I'm just chilling. Chilling. Let's see how the phone is. So I wanted to share today. I gotta find me a place. Soulless, I guess. Um, where I can put things in place, cause I gotta have things in place. But I just wanted to talk about foolish faith. When you come in, could you please like, comment, share it with somebody so it can be in the algorithm. But foolish faith is where I'm coming from. I'm a little weary, of course, um, with life and um, situations. Uh, really, I've been living here for the 5 years. This is on my 6th year here. And I was offered to purchase this place, but, kind of rent to buy. And the landlord was not honest, and not only with that being said, with me living here, he hasn't did anything, not one thing, in 5 years. So in terms of that, it's everything is deteriorating, But I have faith that things is gonna work out. I'm gonna get me a beautiful house with some land on that joint, and that's my dream, to take and do what I want to do with it, how at my own pace. I don't have to worry about the roof leaking. You don't got to worry about cutting down people's grass or shoveling their payment or taking and putty in the bathroom and all those type of things. It's this craziness how this world is. And then the housing is really ridiculous. So the whole objective, and I've been talking about this for, I guess, the last 5 years since I've been here, is getting land. Hey, Sean, hi. I was talking about foolish faith over here. Um, you know, life comes with a lot of situations, and I'm learning to transition. I'm learning to transition into, I guess, the speed bumps, and don't get too caught up in it because it only lasts for a little while. Thank you so much. Now I got to work on my watch hours. Yeah, for a few days, yes, Sean, I couldn't. It was like I was trying to get to the touchdown. That's what it felt like. I was really on the football field, yo. Yo. So now I'm gonna work on my watch hours. So I have my grandkids are here with me. My son, he's home out of his situation, and we praying much for him to get on a good foot. Um, but I'm in a limbo because where I'm living at, I love the area. I thought I was going to be able to invest, but it's not for me. This is not for me. I want to. Yes. I want to get some land so bad. I really, I'm gonna, like I said, foolish faith. I'm looking over in towards like Delaware. Um, I know Georgetown. I know has some. So I'm looking. I don't want to leave here because everything is falling. The sewage, everything. The sewage is messed up. It's leaking. The roof leaked for 5 years, and I end up family member end up fixing it. I just had held the rent and everything, but I am tired. I'm weary. I'm weary with this. This is crazy. Weary and well doing, right? So I just wanted to share, that part of holding on to God's promise, and also holding on to being hopeful. I don't know where this big land is going to come from, but it's going to come from somewhere. In Jesus' name, I know it is. I just feel anxious. Like I gotta hurry up. Like I gotta hurry up. Like I gotta hurry up. So I just want to hold fast. Yeah, I know that's the part I want to go far. See, the thing about it is, Sean, to go out far, I have to do research too on as far as the hospitals and everything like that, or the doctors. I want it to be close enough where I can come back to where I get my health care. But if I go to um, North Carolina is what I thought about. My grandson lives in North Carolina, one of them. Um, South Carolina, Georgia. I just gotta figure out the doctors, and then I'm a little. I know you're not supposed to be afraid in Christ, and you know I'm just I'm so used to one thing. Panama, they have great health care. Really? So, Sean, you mean Panama City? Where is Panama? Oh, Panama. Oh, you talking about Panama? Oh. So that's foolish faith right there. That's what you would call foolish faith. I'm gonna research it. I'm gonna research Panama. I'm gonna research Panama. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Everybody has good health care besides is it? Let me see. Everybody has good health care besides United States. Is Panama in United States? Let me see. Panama. No, that's not United Panama. Oh, Central America. Jeez. Central American country known for Panama Canal, a vital waterway connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, and for being a land bridge between North and South America. Interesting. European and African cultures. It is a border by Costa Rica. Oh, nice. Homes are affordable and nice land. It's 2 hours from my. Wow. Okay. You know something, John? I was thinking when I said Panama, I was thinking about Panama City, Florida. I don't know where I got that from, but okay, okay, okay. All right. I'm a research. Thank you. I just want a new beginning, a new change, new people. Not so expensive. I don't need much. I don't need a lot of stuff. I don't need a lot of things. I just need just basic of what I need daily, and you know, it's just too much. It's like too much. So they call me a hoarder, but I'm not a hoarder. I just have a lot of knickknacks. I guess that's what a hoarder is. I don't know. But everything mostly that I have, I use. Like I use. So I have a lot of knickknacks for cooking, and us chefs usually have all those things. So I just need a place just for my kitchen things. That's it. I need a bedroom that's bigger than what I have. and a nice size bathroom. Maybe I might can get like get me a little jacuzzi or something in it that has a bench that I can sit on. I would love to have that. And that's it, a washing machine and a dryer and yeah, I'm good. And a lot of, where I can plant my vegetables and my herbs and things like that, and I can just go get whatever I need to fix whenever I'm ready to cook whatever I'm gonna cook. Yes, that's the foolish faith. It's gonna come to pass. My oldest son has a traumatic brain injury, and he's doing well. He was on a hiatus for a long time. So I'm getting want to get him situated, and he's trying to get me situated. We both trying to get each other situated, and then I'll be able to go on and do. My youngest son, he has his and his two children, and I don't know, Mama, I'm ready. Uh, uh, I am ready. So I trust God. I trust him. It's just I gotta work on patience. The fruits of my spirit that I am lacking and I'm not strong in is patience. And the more that you ask for patience, the more you ask for patience, the more you test it. Because I gotta remind myself about love, love overpowers everything, and I'm really pushed up against a wall because as a person that's infiltrated. I feel infiltrated. Um, as far as my way of living and the way that I raised my children and the way that I was raised, basically, is his person is just so evil, 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 evil. But anyway, we fight against spirits and principalities and spirits in higher places. I get it. So I gotta stay girded up, cause my grandchildren is 3 and 6, and only for them, only for them. Sometimes when you do it for people, they do. That's the part. That's the part. They do okay, and say, "Oh, I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that." And then it's like they come for 2 weeks or the month, and then it's out the door. But see, what happens is it's a mental challenge, because an unstable, double-minded man is unstable, right? Right, Sean? You can't be one way one minute and another way the next, because there's no balance. Yeah, yes. That's it. And these young people, they know everything. Even still, when I was young, I thought I knew everything as well. We all did, but I listened. I listened to my mom and my dad. I might not like everything they said, but I still listened. Now everything is blah, 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 blah. Everything you say is something got to be said with it, and it's like so consuming. It's so consuming, tiresome. So I just have this one here. I listen to this. This is so relaxed, y'all. Listen. So this right there, you see it? That is so beautiful. So I just chill with that little sound right there. That is so relaxing. And I'm gonna come up with something Sunday to fix. Yeah, it is calming and soothing, y'all. So at nighttime I put the rain on, and that's soothing as well. I don't go to the gym until Wednesday and Thursday and Saturday. Yes, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So that'll be cool. But I want to come up with something to cook, and then also I have to start a few. I still have a few plants from last year. My peppers, the tree is there, but no peppers came out. I don't know if it's because of the pepper seeds that I use from what instead of me buying them, I hate let them dry out. I don't know if that's it, but anyways, I'm gonna order some more peppers and peppers. I'm not gonna do a lot of stuff like I normally do. It's hard for me to keep up with when I can't maneuver around as much as I would like to. Oh yeah, but Sean, you see my muscles, yo? That is look at that, like, oh goodness. So yeah, I'm gonna be. Thank you so much. And you guys, y'all keep me going. Y'all, you really keep me going. You just couldn't imagine. You couldn't imagine. And so this is the blessing that I got. I had filled out to do my Happy Hats with Hope over at the University of Pennsylvania Perelman Center is where I was. Well, I'd still go there, but not for cancer treatment. I go there for. Hold on, wait. I go there, just for follow up. But when, I crochet and everything, so I was there and there was one of the housekeeping girls, she had stopped and asked me did I sell the hats and things like that. And I was like, well, actually I started crocheting because I wanted to donate the hats to the cancer patients. So anyways, this is how God works. She told me to go to the desk and ask them, can you work at the marketplace? So I went there and I asked the marketplace. They gave me the information. So I called the people. It was a gentleman, but I called him for maybe like a month. I never got a response. And then a lady called me back. And then when she called back, she told me, I gave her my email address and everything. She sent me the little thing for me to fill out because I was number 5 on the list. So I was just seeing, I think around November, because I think I started, that was like last March when I signed up. And I kept saying, they not going to call me. They not going to call me. So I think like January 28th, they called. They called me and they emailed me. And I came up on the spot. So I have my vendor where I used to vend at the flea markets and stuff like that. But I can vend over at the cancer place where it's like 10,000. It's like a let out that's so big. So I'm going to have beanies and, well, now since the weather's changing, I'm going to have beanies, inspirational t-shirts, my oils, and so forth and so on. I'm going to have that. So it's like so much stuff is going on, but I got a blessing of a lifetime. I never thought that. I always wanted to, but for it to be, here it's like I'm happy, but it's like, is it real? It just don't seem real. So anyway, I get a chance to testify, shine my light, and win some souls. And also to let people know it's not what you go through, it's how you deal with it. Thanks, Sean, for getting the creep out. I don't be paying them people no attention. Those people there, they gotta have something to say, right? Yeah, they say they be bothered. They bothered. I got a troll that's living in my house. I can't talk too loud because they can't hear me. Can you read my lips? thank God for the mother that I had and for the grandmom I had. I used to be embarrassed of my grandma because she was an alcoholic. She was a hustler. She was a cook. She was everything. She never worked a day in her life. But she had my mom at 13. My mom had me at 29. My grandmom had her at a fair troll. Yeah, a real troll. Yes, that part. That part. Yup. What my grandma say? Take the J out of joy. Yup. Take the J out of it. But my grandma, she was a wonderful person. She had a heart of gold, but she came from slavery time, and when you're a kid, you don't think about that, and you don't know because she never really talked about, slavery. She just was displaced. Her and her sister was displaced. They were born in Maryland, and her sister was unalived at an early age, and my grandma was older, but I think they were like 2 years apart. But she come from really a rough time. Yeah, 13 ain't that something? I couldn't imagine, like, me being a grown person at 13, but, like, my mom, they were more like sister more than mother and daughter. It was just toxic. This was toxic. And in terms of that, my mom was our only kid. I'm an only kid. My grandma had a sister, but back then, everything was, like, swept under the rug. People didn't reach out for, like, help or counseling or to talk to somebody or things of that nature. They all went along with it, like everything was okay. And here, thank goodness, nowadays, this new millennials and stuff, they don't hold nothing back. Everything is out front, which I think is a good thing, because that's the only way you can heal is if you be accountable. Yes. My dad, my grandma, my dad, as a matter of fact, my grandma's friend that lived on the block, her little girlfriend, is my grandpa, and he was, hold on, wait, 13 years older than my grandmom. It was like statutory or something. Might not have been 13, but maybe like 10. About 10. I think he probably was like 21 or something like that. And he went in the service. And then he came home and married another woman that was of age. And he had so many kids with her, but he only, how men just come and just get the women caught barefoot and pregnant, get them pregnant, and then they go head on, and then they come back, and then so forth and so on. That type of situation. But my grandma married my grandpa. He was from Delaware, and he moved. He was in the service. So everybody from down here at this Delaware area where I live at, like Chester, Chester train to Marcus Hook, on the way to Delaware. Chester was an industrial city. So all the slaves that came from down south came here to the industrial, because this is where all the ports are. The Philadelphia port, the Wilmington, Delaware port, all the ports is around here. The Delaware River is connected to the Schuylkill River, and all the factories and everything, because even now that, it's later time, on this industrial road is trash companies, steel companies, truck drivers, schools, things of that nature. And then that's 2nd Street. I live on 3rd, 2nd, and then is the Delaware River. So, 1697, Chester was founded. Yes, I retired with a pension, yes, from the school district. Yup. You know, Shonda, I worked 30 years to exact when I got sick. I'm sorry. 30 years to date. From 1984 to 2014. I worked 2014, December was my last. So God has blessed me with that part. Um, as far as that, he's really blessed me. I'm not even going to say he's blessed me with that part. He has really, really blessed me. And, I try to be a blessing to someone else. A lot of times it don't work, but I'm still being a blessing in God's eyes. Maybe not the person, because people only want what you can give them, They don't want to be bothered if it doesn't have anything to do with that. Really. But I'm gonna sure look up Panama and look up some places, because that hypes me up. That gives me crazy face. So I look at it. It's a lady that I've been watching. I had watched her for a couple years, and I watched her start all the way down from YouTube from nothing. They call it a unicorn. The take, even though she does gossiping. So I watched her today, and she got a house. She getting a house built from the ground up, right? And I'm like, wow, that's really awesome. But when you build your channel off of, it's called the Peninsula. Oh, the Peninsula Plan. Get the merch. Get the merch. Yes, that is. So yeah, so she's getting a house built from the ground up. But it just made me think, right? I was thinking, what is it to gain the world? Because this house is beautiful. It is beautiful so far, right? She came from the project. I'm thinking the Bronx. If it's not the Bronx, it's somewhere close to where Rutgers Island is. I'm not exactly sure around that part, but anyway, but from the housing system. So she was in the closet doing her YouTube, because I think she had to move from one of the buildings they tore down or something like that or another. But anyways, her channel is built up off of talking about other people. And I just said to myself, I'm like, Dad, wow, she got a beautiful house, Then I'm like, damn, it's based off that. So that's based off of your foundation. Your foundation is what keeps everything to standing. If it's not built on good ground or good soil, it's not going to stand, right? So then I said to myself, wow, 3 years of YouTube, and she got a place like that, from the project to the thing. Then I said, I think there's a little more to it than just that. What you think? I can get it. I get rags to riches. I get that. Is that a thing? From rags to riches, rich to po, or po to rich? Or what goes up must come down? Because dig this. Who knows? Who knows? You never know, but if you know, then you know, I guess. But that's like, that house is like a mansion. That's going to be a mansion. That's going to be a mansion. You can get YouTube famous. You got to do so. You can be anything famous. It's not what you know or who you know. It's what you want to do to get there. I think about that a lot too. I think about this whole thing of blowing up and being, I am somebody already, but, standing the test of all the extra when you get to all those subscribers. I want to still stay true to it and be posting content daily is the key, as well as the titles and thumbnails must be popping. Yeah. It must be popping like my lip. This is my filtered lipstick. I like this. That looks sexy on me. If I take and put my hair on, come through at 8:30. I be over at 8:30. I be over. I be over at 8:30 because I'm up. My remember when I said I went to bed early and stuff before? No more. That's alright. I still get up early, but I'll be up late too. But I'll be on. I'll be going through it. But I wanted to talk about foolish faith. Yeah, foolish faith, crazy faith, weird faith, whatever you want to call it. You gotta see it, touch it, taste it. That's how you put things into place. To see it, to touch it, to taste it, feel it. You can feel it in your mind, right? Because I got that table coming up. We're going to do some lives over there at the hospital. And bring some joy on Fridays. I'll be there from 11 to 1. I got to get all my paperwork and stuff together because I haven't updated my LLC because I have been down. And then me and my husband, we did everything. And then since when that stopped, the business kind of sort of, not really stopped. But I got to make a transition or whatever. But anyway, I kind of miss my husband. I do. I really do. But it did all work out. All fair and well in love in basketball. Yeah. So how's your day, Shine? Your day good? How's everybody's day that come through here? I appreciate you guys for supporting the old girl. The young girl. I didn't mean to say the old girl. The young girl. My mushrooms that I did, they didn't come out. I have them under here hoping that, because 6 weeks they were supposed to be ready. But it's not, and I'm not going to throw them away. I'm going to hope and, pray. That foolish faith that we going to get a little shiitake mushrooms out of there. I have it underneath of the thing. I think what happened was when I had asked my son to take them, because they got to be in a dry place, no draft or anything like that. And I don't think that's happening. Then it was supposed to be closed over where that little filter air part is closed up. So in any event, we're going to try again. Like I said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Come on over for some good content. Some real life stuff. And some scripture. Some hope. All that old good stuff. Come holler at your girl. And I will be back again with something for you. I love you all. And thank you for dropping by and tuning in. And Shine, I'm going to see you over in a little bit. 8:30. 8:30, ma'am. Love you. Smooches, thank you guys for coming in to see me. I appreciate you. And remember, each one, reach one, teach one. Remember that. Can't hold it all for yourself. You got to open your hand. Because if your hand is open, you can receive. You can give and you can receive. But if it's closed, you ain't going to get nothing. So, that's what my grandmama always told me. Bye-bye. No, see you later for now. That's what we're going to say.